Hope everybody's doing okay. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I'm going to be doing some healing for you guys before I start this Ascension message. However, I was going to ask if I was supposed to do healing and it came out that way. So it sounds like I'm doing some healing today. What am I doing healing on? Okay, I'm seeing three connections. I'm seeing a connection at the throat chakra. I'm seeing the second throat chakra, which I see as like right below the tonsil area. And I'm also seeing the third eye chakra. However, I'm seeing it as, okay, third eye and pineal gland. So the pineal gland is going to be healed at the same time as the third eye, throat and throat, throat and throat. So right around tonsil area. So this is where you should feel these things coming through. So just say yes to this healing and close your eyes. Look into your third eye area. You may see blackness. You could see white. You could see black and white. You could see colors. You could feel vibrations throughout your body or any of those areas that I was just referring to. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, guys. Look those up on Sacred Scribes. Anyhow, let's get started. Source God, higher self of those watching now or at a later date, I ask that you come and be with me today as I do throat, third eye, and pineal gland. I'm hearing clearing. Okay, guys, this is in connection with multiple ways in which we receive communication from spirit. And I'm not just talking about like audible voice or, hearing an internal voice, all kinds of things. The flashes that come in third eye, intuition, all of those things are in connection with throat, third eye, and pineal gland is what they were showing me, as well as visions. So let me see exactly where to begin. Let me turn this way. Okay, so they're actually showing me we're starting with the crown chakra, and this is a violet colored chakra that I'm starting to see open up right above the head. It just looks like a vortex, or kind of like we're in the center of the universe and the universe is spinning, but I'm seeing this expanding. As it's expanding, what I'm seeing is it just opening up, going upwards towards the sky. But what I'm seeing above me is just bright white crystalline light. That light is coming straight down into the crown, where I'm feeling some heaviness getting on my head. I kind of feel like I have like a weight starting to come onto my head, and I feel like it's pushing down into the head, my shoulders, my arms, and my head is even getting really heavy. But it's going directly down into the pineal gland, where I'm seeing what looks like blackness, but with light around it. And basically what this is showing me is some of you have at your pineal gland, you have light there, but you also have a lot of either calcium buildup, blockages, or what have you. So right where your nape is starting to curve, and if you was pointing straight in the center of your head, you're gonna be right where the pineal gland is. You're going to start to feel vibrations there. What I am seeing is the light that's coming into the crown chakra from above. It's also coming down and penetrating directly into the crystals around the pineal gland, into the pineal gland, and I'm seeing it starting to fluctuate. So you may be feeling a pulsating type of energy right there towards the center back part of your head. There's vibrations that are happening. I'm even feeling like swirling sensations there. A lot of pressure in my eyes and in my head, even in my ears. Now this energy is coming from the crown, that energy above the crown, into the pineal gland. The pineal gland is now starting to look bright. I'm seeing crystalline light there. Some of you may still have some dark areas there. However, that healing would still be taking place. But what I'm seeing is the energy of those crystals starting to be charged up. So I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of heat starting to be right where the pineal gland is. And I'm also feeling expansion. It's kind of giving me slight tension in that part of my head as well, not just the top and my eyes. It's starting to move down towards the back of my neck. And now I'm seeing what looks like 3 projector screens coming out of the pineal. I mean, not projector screens, but like if a projector was shining onto a screen, the way that the light looks, I'm seeing that being projected in 3 different rays of light onto the third eye. There's a screen, it looks like a rectangle box. If you have your eyes closed, there's a screen directly in front of you. Some of you may not see the rectangle box. You may just see blackness or white, or maybe multiple colors, maybe geometric shapes, a face, a scenery. Whatever you're seeing is completely fine. But what's happening is these 3 rays of light are sending charged energy from the crystals of the pineal gland directly to the third eye. Many of you probably feeling flutters in your eyes, kind of feeling like they're turning in back in your head. Completely normal as well. Some of you are probably already starting to feel the thickness of the throat. You probably feel like you need to swallow quite a bit. I am starting to also see energy coming from above us, going down through the places that it's already been and coming into both throat chakras at the same time. Right around the tonsils and right in the center of the throat, the esophagus. Your Kundalini energy may be making you move in random ways, involuntary ways. It's kind of like a slow movement for me right now. Pull the color green into both throat chakras. This is not an emerald green. It's kind of like a grass green is what I'm seeing. A little bit lighter than grass color. Now you should feel like a calmness coming to both of the throat chakras. A calmness coming to your head, eyes, ears, crown, and now to the rest of your body. And now they're asking you to receive. Many of you are probably feeling weird sensations in your ears, whether it be both of them or one or the other. I'm feeling it in my left ear. It's a kind of deep internal pain, like past my eardrum, right around ear chakra, which is right behind the eardrum. I'm feeling like a piercing type of energy, and I'm seeing a flat tone in red and gold, like a goldish yellow and white, streaming straight at that part of my ear from the outside coming in. Maybe happening to both ears for some of you. It's only happening to one side for me right now. You may be feeling a lot of energy in your head, in your ears, throat right now. You may even be hearing communication coming in like an internal voice, maybe even an external voice. You may be seeing flashes in your head, maybe even seeing things in your peripheral coming towards you. If you're looking directly into that blackness or whiteness, whatever you have while your eyes are closed, there may even be somebody walking towards you. You could see eyeballs. It could be anything. But communication is coming in either flashes, sounds, tones, or internal knowings, they're saying. A lot of pressure in the head and throat. And they're telling me until what is in sync. I think there's some sort of in sync synchronization taking place, as well as a clearing for some of you. You're going to feel these weird sensations from the upper half of your body. Weird tensions and pains in your head and eyes, ears, throat. Maybe even in your neck for some of you. As this continues, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, you can open your eyes now if you want to, and or you can sit there and feel this energy while 10:01, while I am letting Copper in. I'm going to let Copper in real quick, and I'm going to get to the reading. Okay, let's get into it. Which cards am I going to today? Thank you. Let's see what kind of messages Spirit has for us for the next few days. This will be for anybody who's already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process. This will be messages of what kind of energies you may expect. And these could refer to any part of your journey, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. So parts of this may not resonate with you. Take what does and leave the rest. 2 more shuffles, please. Some of you are in breakthrough energy. I just seen the wheel on the bottom. And this is a message of breakthrough. For whatever reason, they wanted me to show that. So I thought that I would. 4 of them. Okay, so we just did the healing and clearing. For some of you, it was an awakening that just happened while I was doing that healing activation, so to speak. 11:11, that was an awakening. Okay, so anyhow, so for some of you, you are going to have very, very spot on intuition is what I'm hearing. This is like taking you to the next level where you just know that you know that you know that you can trust what your intuition is telling you. It's going to be giving you all kinds of synchronistic type of things that are happening as well. Many of you may feel like you're kind of in a dream state, or like you're in awe of how accurate your intuition, your guidance that is being given to you. Even when you're having like those random tones in the ears and things like that, and you stop and pay attention to what kind of images are coming into your third eye or into your mind or what have you, you start to realize like even that is in synchronistic, in a synchronicity with something that is happening in your now moment. So whatever it is that was happening at that time. This is a time of balance. Now this is talking about balance of the heart and mind, balance of how the different spiritual or psychic gifts per se work in correlation with each other. This is a time of a lot of clarity, a lot of synchronistic events. This is abundance and prosperity in multiple aspects of your life. But I feel like most of this abundance and prosperity is talking about in connection with the way that you communicate with the universe, your spiritual team, and things of that sort. And them sending you in a direction through the different ways in which they're communicating to you to a prosperous place where you are more abundant in money, you have more time and energy. I'm hearing happiness and passion. So, you know, whatever it is for you, they're saying they're directing you towards that, and they're giving you precise information on how to get there. If you're paying attention to the visions you're having, the daydreams, the night dreams, the discernment of spirit, the internal knowings of your heart, what you're hearing internally, whether it be like an internal still small voice, or you know, you have some sort of flashes that you keep seeing repeating, words that keep coming up in your mind. Maybe you're hearing lyrics, whether it would be with an internal or an external voice, it doesn't really matter, but there's this sense of being very connected right now. So even if you're not one of those people that feel like they're connected, you may be in the process of learning how to connect. Yes, they're saying. So the number 9 card, which is the retreat card, is all about taking time out for self meditation, getting into the zone is what they're saying. So taking yourself into a place of silence, and they're saying retreating deep. So taking things deeper with listening to music, adding crystals to your meditation, listening to sounds of water. For somebody needs to hear that. But listening to sounds of water, maybe going out and taking a hike and just listening to the different sounds out in nature, or other people that may be on the hike with you, or whatever it may be, and zoning out as a way of getting connected with spirit. Because the more that we just pay attention to what is happening in the now moment, what is going on around us, 1441, the sounds, the different things that we're feeling energetically, you know, what is happening with the elements around us as well. So it's like the more that we just concentrate on that, it takes us out of our day-to-day stressors of our mind, and it gets us into this heart space, which tells us it's okay to be silent. It's okay to just listen. And then those messages start coming in those multiple ways in which I've already shared with you. So Spirit is saying, you know, to be able to get to that deeper connection, if you're not already there, then meditation is a must, whether it's walking, singing is a form of meditation, dancing, laying down with crystals, having your eyes closed, listening to music, washing dishes is a big meditation for me, and driving is the best meditation for me. I just look at all the different things around me. I always go drive out in the country, or I'll say, okay, angels, I don't know where you want to take me today, but take me where you're going to take me. I don't turn on MapQuest or Google Maps, and I just let them direct me wherever they direct me. Sometimes I'll be a whole nother next state and have to have them direct me back without using those things. That's a way in which we build up the trust of how to, or the process of how to trust in the guidance that we're receiving. So some of you, they're asking you to do things of that sort. Now, some of you, a lot of you, they're saying, are having multiple ways in which dreams are happening. So daydreams, just these repeated dreams that keep coming to you. A lot of these dreams seem to have significance to them, but there's also part of them where you're just like, I don't know what this has to do with anything. It may not have anything to do with an actual physical thing that's happening in your life, but it may have some sort of concept of something that you need to see, or be like a metaphor for something, because Spirit will talk in flashes of things that, because they don't use human language, or the English language for that matter, if you're English, you know, they will give things in flashes or images of things that they think will help you to understand what they're trying to tell you. So for many of you, you're even having these flashes and times where you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. So keeping a dream journal is going to be very beneficial for some of you, especially if you're just in the process of learning how to communicate with Spirit and all the multiple ways in which Spirit does communicate. I do feel like some of you are in this new level of understanding communication as well. So I'm talking to those of you who have been awakened for quite some time. Maybe you've had like clairvoyance or any of the clair gifts, you know, all of your life, but you've developed them over time to be even deeper of a connection. Well, some of you are even taking that connection to a new level. And as I'm saying that, I'm going to share something with you guys. So if you was on my live feed, I don't know, a few days ago, Rhonda had a reading, and it was talking about her going above the central sun, which to me is source, like the same as source. Okay, that's like kind of where source resides, or, you know, source is everything, but I don't know how else to put it. It's hard to put in human terms. Anyhow, above that is another gateway. I've named it the Tripadelic Gateway because there's no name for it. However, many people have been to this place, but no one's really named it, is what Spirit told me. But this is a place that is just an extension of source energy, okay? Everything is an extension of source energy, of love in all of its forms, all the way from unconditional love, all the way down to hate. Yes, hate is part of love. It just is the lowest vibrating energy of love. Okay, so anyhow, above that energy is the Tripadelic Gateway, which is an extension of source energy. And she and I went to this place, not realizing I've been here before, but it was while I was meditating in a deep state of meditation. And what it is it looks like a black light place. It looks like everything is glowing in neon colors. All the animals there had party hats. There was little stick figure people walking around with flowers as hats on their head. It was just a crazy place. The dragons, the unicorns. It looked like I was tripping on acid or, you know, mushrooms or something like that. It was just very trippy, which is why I named it the Tripadelic State. So for some of you, I feel like what Spirit is telling you is like you're taking this connection with Source, God, Spirit. It's all intertwined. Okay, it's all the same energy. It's just there's differences and separations that make us different. Anyhow, it's taken you to a new level of understanding, a new level of being. And as you're coming to that new level, there's this peace and serenity about us, an internal peace and serenity that tells us that no matter what happens on the outside, challenges, car breaks down, your house catches on fire, your doctor tells you you have some sort of illness or what have you. No matter what comes your direction, you still stay peaceful. You're going to this level of realizing that nothing can harm you but you yourself. So a really good place to be. Not all of you are going to resonate with that, but there's a couple different messages that are coming through. So take what resonates with you, like I said, and leave the rest. But there's this sense of freedom, a kind of like a sense of independence as well. But freedom is really like, I feel that. I feel like I'm flying really high right now. So She of the Crouch, I'm taking a minute to examine what they're trying to show me here, because I get so many different messages from this card all the time. And one of the messages that I get is a message of action. But what I'm feeling now with this is like it's an action, but the action is to be, allow, be in the now moment. The action is that what is happening in the now moment is all the action that needs to happen, if that makes sense. I'm hearing possibility, perspective, solutions, opportunity. And I'm feeling like the opportunity is referring to connection with spirit and starting to understand that. So being in the now moment goes along with meditation. Meditation takes us to another place, no matter how long it takes you to get there. If it takes you 60 days, 90 days, like it did me, to get to a place of silence, then it means you sit there with your eyes closed, with crystals laying all over you, with music playing, with trying different forms of setting intentions and what have you, wearing a mask on your eyes until silence hits. Okay, it will happen. For some people, it happens instantly. It does for me now. I astral travel instantly as soon as I just think about meditating, closing my eyes. It happens. Anyhow, meditation, the more that you practice that and the more that you incorporate that into the life, the more magic that happens. Okay, the more that you start to realize that you're the universe, that the connection is infinite, that you can manifest anything into your reality. You have to believe it. It's the most magical process that there is. But until you get into this meditative place and start incorporating that into your life, you can't understand the magic of what I'm talking about. And it's impossible. There's just absolutely no way. So the Singer of Transformation is talking just about that. There's something that's transforming in your life right now. I feel like many of you, this is your energy body, your light body, the way that you perceive things. I also feel like this for many of you is about being in this new energy or new level of being and existing. Your understanding, your intuition, your connection is deeper, it's brighter, it's more infinite. There's a big change and transformation that's happening in this. You're being rooted into firm foundations with your guidance team. You may not completely feel this yet, but trust and believe if you're taking the guidance of what is being said here, 24, meditating, slowing down, being in the now moment, these things are all gonna happen. That's the way it is. The Singer of Connections, just confirming everything that I was saying. There's going to be a lot of clarity that comes in multiple ways. Balance is also a thing that you could start feeling in multiple ways. 2442. Okay, what I'm getting from this card is the need for communicating your wants, needs, and desires to spirit, and also need for setting intentions when you meditate. So what I mean by that is when I meditate and I'm going to do some sort of healing work on my chakras or whatever, I pray and I'll say, during my prayer, I intend for it to be connected with you in a way that will show me exactly what I need to heal my chakras, or to heal my mind, body, and soul, or, to see about a situation that I'm engaged in, whatever it may be. I set those intentions and I say that, and that's exactly what ends up happening. No matter how much my mind is racing, it keeps bringing me back to whatever it is that I'm intending. So eventually, practice makes perfect. You get to a place of stillness, of silence, where all of those day-to-day thoughts and things that you stress about are just gone. The more that you get into that state of those thoughts being gone, guess what happens? Your physical body starts to transform as well, which means your health, mentally, emotionally, energetically, all the physical aspects that you have built up from all of the energy that you've built up from other people, from situations you've been in and traumas and things like that, it starts to process and starts to show you exactly how it needs to be healed. So there's a lot that happens with connecting and meditating, trying new things and setting intentions. There's a lot to be learned with that and a lot to be gained. So much magic, so much healing. So Sylvanus is talking about truth, understanding. While meditating, there's going to be as you're going through, practice makes perfect with meditating. You just keep doing it every day and every day, and you get to that breakthrough energy. That breakthrough energy makes you happy. It gives you a lot of passion. It makes you have a lot of fire for wanting to meditate. So you meditate even more, and you meditate even longer. And the more that you do that, the more truth, understanding, and I'm talking about truth of multiple things. All the things that you think are true and accurate now, guess what? Those truths are going to change. And not saying that some of those truths that you already have won't still be true, but you're going to realize that there's more truth that could be true, or there could be other extensions of that truth or what have you. But truth of our government, truth of who you really are, truth of the universe, truth of all your past lives. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's an infinite list of possibilities of what happens as you awaken because of meditation. So some of you are going to the next level because you've decided, like, I'm tired of just being mediocre and being bored with my life. I know that there's more to this than what the churches have said, than what my parents have told me, than what school has led me on to believe, or science has told me. Go deeper with meditation. I bet you your mind gets blown away multiple times. Some of you are going to go through, as you start to really uncover or unravel multiple truths of the universe, how you interconnect with it, about manifesting, about all these millions of gazillion things that you awaken to and you find truths about. Many of you are going to grieve that truth no longer being the truth. This could come in forms of being angry at the people that taught you this truth, whether, it be your parents, or you went to church and they told you it's not okay to have out-of-body experiences or talk with spirit or whatever it may be. Okay? The grieving process is part of the process of coming to believe. It's a part of the process of starting to trust. It's also part of the process of learning that God is you and you are God. That you are the universe is you. As above, so below. There's so many truths that you're just going to be in awe of, that your physical body is going to feel a little bit out of tune. and feel like it's being taken out of balance. However, on the flip side of this, there is so many positive emotions that are going to come out that you didn't even realize that you ever had. There's not going to be words to put with what you're feeling. There's not going to be any way that you can express this to other people that will give it justice or do it justice, because when the magic starts to happen, you start to feel unstoppable. You start to feel so powerful. What happens is these negative aspects that you're feeling and dealing with, because you will be dealing with both at the same time, no longer matter. You get to that place of understanding that this is part of the learning process. My soul signed up for this before I was born, and I'm just in the process of learning these things, but I can take the good with the bad, and I can be okay with all of this. So floods of good emotions and floods of lower vibrating emotions. And I'm not going to say negative emotions, because these emotions aren't negative. They are meant to help you to evolve. So they're positive as well. They're just going to feel a little bit lower vibrating to you. Grief doesn't feel good. It may just be that you get mad at the process. I've been mad at this process a million gazillion times. I've told my angels off. I've told Jesus off. I have had it out with the universe. Okay. You will too. However, when you get to this state of understanding and these truths start becoming like they've always been there, then these emotions don't no longer hold you back from who you are, what you want, purpose. It don't hold you back. It doesn't weigh you down, and you realize there's more to life than just sitting around and worrying about shit. So at 3121, I was told to tell you which cards do I go to. Okay, guys, they're telling me that I am done with this reading. I guess what was meant to be heard was meant to be heard. It's a time of restoration, guys. They told me to pick that up in the middle and take that card. So there's a lot of transformation that's taking place, and you're being restored to, where's it at? You're being restored to your divine aspect. Like you're becoming in tune, in alignment, in balance with the divinity within. Good place to be. I am grateful. Today I will give praise for the blessings in my life. I am laughter. I keep a good sense of humor. You have to keep a good sense of humor when you're going through this journey. I am victorious. I am Christ Consciousness. I am higher consciousness. I am transcending animal instincts. I am healing. I am unconditional love. I will rest as I experience ascension symptoms, for with them also comes growth. My soul knows this. Guys, if you haven't seen my ascension symptom video, go look it up on YouTube. It is in the playlist, Quick Tips with Trish. I think I have several videos that talk about ascension symptoms, but there's multiple ones that would make you think that you have some sort of illness or disease, or some sort of mental problem or what have you. 3303. But anyhow, if you guys got anything out of this reading, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, putting a comment down in the comment as a way of helping my channel to grow, as a way of helping others to see these videos and helping them to grow and evolve physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you haven't already checked out my Facebook group, it is Healings, Readings, Empowerment, and More. I do go live there from time to time and do free and paid readings both. So if you're interested in that, 3333, please go and ask to be a member. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend ahead. Much love to you guys. Bye.